What's up, everybody? Travis with Homebelt 86. Wanted to bring a short video to you all today. I have been helping my parents work on a rental house that they have. The tenants recently moved out. We're trying to make some modifications to it to make it a little bit more livable. This is the state that it was in when they acquired it. And I wanted to share with you all some issues that I've gotten feedback on over several of the videos that I've done regarding Delta shower valves. And how I typically go about installing them. So I have one that I've just installed right here behind me. I'm probably going to catch some flack from somebody about something that I've done that they don't agree with. That's part of me putting up videos, and if you want to give me grief, that's fine. I've installed lots of them in this manner. I know Delta says there's some requirements that they ask for on a couple different things as far as the valve being plumbed in copper. This has always worked for me. I've had no issues out of it. If you want to do it in a different way, that's fine. I'm just merely trying to help and bring information to other people that might be having the same issue as some of the other people that give comments. So I'll turn the camera around. We'll discuss the valve in a little bit more detail. So a lot of the questions that I would get is about the valve itself and how deep and far you mount the valve into the wall. What has generally always worked for me on a 2x4 wall, which this is to take a 2x4 stud laid on edge, narrow ways, and mount that in the very back of the stud cavity. And that typically puts my valve out at the right distance. I'll try to get it kind of a sideline shot with the 2x4 adjacent, and that leaves you almost the entire black trim ring out. Now what this ring is only on here for rough end purposes or installation of the valve. I've seen people take it out. I've seen people leave it in when they put the rest of the trims and things on. It doesn't really matter either way, but what it does help you to do is to gauge you on the depth in and out for where the valve needs to be so that your trims fit on there when you go to put the handle set and all that on. So like I said, you basically want about the entire valve or the entire plastic trim ring sticking out. And that's kind of depending on what your wall covering is going to be. Here, I'm going to have 1/2 inch drywall come back, and then I'm going to probably have 1/4 inch tile and then a little bit of thin set. So that's going to put me somewhere in the neighborhood of 3/4 of an inch or 7/8 of an inch. So the entire trim sticking out is going to be just right for what I want to do. If you get it too far out, the bolts don't really work out very well on the trim ring. I'll show you that and what I'm talking about. Again, this is just a piece of plastic that snaps on as a rough end and a depth gauge. It can be taken off, like I said, once you put the trim ring on, but I have also seen them left on. I'll snap this back on one-handed. And again, all it's doing is just gauging the depth of the valve. If you get it too far out or too far in, you're going to have problems with the installation of your handle set and your trim. And what I'm referring to is trim ring. This is the trim ring that lines up with the two holes on that valve and has the screws that keeps everything mounted to the wall. The two screws are right here that go through that trim ring and hold everything together. You can see they're quite long, and if that valve is not mounted correctly, it will not give you enough room to get everything together. So hopefully that answers anybody's questions. Again, you're just going to gauge this black trim piece off of whatever you're going to be putting back over your studded wall. So if you're doing this and you already have drywall around it, you're just going to want to make sure that this is flush with whatever the finished wall surface is, and you shouldn't have any issues. So hopefully that answers anybody's questions. I know it's came up quite a few different times. I'm just putting this out to help anybody that might have a question. If you have different questions regarding anything that is going on here, just shoot me a comment down below. I usually try to address comments as they come in. Sometimes it might be a few days or a week before I get back to you, but I will try to address those comments and questions. So we appreciate you hanging out with us on today's video. Hopefully this helps you out. And if there's something else that you want to see, again, you could comment or message, and I might be able to put up a different video regarding that information as well. So as always, we appreciate it. Thanks for tuning into the channel. We look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care and have a good day.